Hello and welcome to the CDO magazine series. My name is Eleanor Treharne and I'm the CEO at Kensu, and I'm delighted today to be speaking with Pascale Assémat, the Chief Data Officer at La Poste. Pascale, thank you. Data quality and data governance also aren't a new problem. You know, we've had data quality issues for a long period of time. So when you talk about, you know, the process of looking at the consequences of not doing anything. Tell me a little bit about, in a bit more detail, like who are you having this conversation with? Where does the responsibility lie between, your teams and the business units when it comes to data quality and governance?
Okay. Once again, I will come back to the partners. Mm-hmm. I mean, on this topic, my two partners are equally important. The IT one and the business one. But I won't have the same kind of conversation or about data governance with each one. The IT team, it will be more every day you are impacted, your teams, your ops are every day impacted by issues related to data pipelines, to data quality, etc. And with time, it's like you have even a bad reputation because the business team doesn't see how all the pipelines how all the pipelines were developed. They don't care about that. They only look at the output itself. Mm-hmm. So with time, since a lot of pipelines breaks, data is bad, etc. So the output is bad. And when I talk to the IT team, I tell them you are suffering from this. And then at the end of the day, it's also you have a bad reputation, like you don't know how to develop solutions. What you put in production is like garbage, etc., etc. So you're suffering from this. And I am here to try to, let's work together to find solution to stop this. Mm-hmm. And when I talk to the business team, I tell them it's important to you. Once again, it's the value extracted from the data, meaning the output itself of the solution we are developing with you and for you. Mm-hmm. So what's important for you is to trust this output, because if the output is wrong, faulty, you have wrong answers to a question, and it will impact directly your business. So again, let's work together to find solution to be able to make you trust your data, because it will deliver to you accurate data. Mm-hmm. See? So I think what I'm trying to say is you have to understand what's the impact of lack of data quality on each team, and address the subject with them based on this impact. And then
you get buy-in or agreement, but then how do you make that core to business objectives? Is that service level agreements? Is that contracts? What's the output of those conversations to formalize data at the heart of the organization?
It's a lot of things. You mentioned the SLAs or contracts. It's one part of the solution. It's also working on having data quality tools, on having also good pipeline monitoring, also like dispatching the responsibility between the business team, the data providers, the IT department, all the stakeholders or all the people working on the project itself. So from the start, it's clear to everyone what is his role and his responsibility. I think this is important also to set this from the beginning. So I talked, contracts, SLA, I talked about tools. Also, the expectations. I think it's very important to set the expectations from the start. the data quality, it's pretty much related to the data set itself, so the data itself, and what we are what we are doing with it, so the output itself. So in some cases, you will use the same data for two different outputs. Okay. The first one, it will be very critical. For example, the volume will be very critical, and for the second one, it's not the volume at all. It will be a certain value. See? So when we talk about data quality, if you don't put it in a context, it means nothing. And when you say to your IT team, I should put in place a control check on data quality, and that's it, it means nothing to them. It means nothing to me also. So that's why I talked about expectations from the business team, because there's this work to be done with them. And once again, based on the context, based on the output, the expected output, we can define the control to put in place, the threshold, for example, to put in place, stuff like that, to be sure that what's going out is really corresponds to what they are expecting.
Pascale, thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to speak with you today. If you would like more interviews, please visit cdomagazine.tech to see these interviews and also others with chief data officers on this topic. So thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.